Yeah, but first I'm gonna react to Andrew Tate, where he's talking about the Qatar World Cup. There's a lot of things he mentions which makes sense, and I think he is firing off the conversation with some kind of new point that we haven't seen yet. A lot of people were just talking about like, hey, labor problem, this problem, that problem, and then LGBTQ plus or whatever that is. I do not do any kind of research on that nowadays. So yeah, there is a lot of things that I'm gonna talk about. So without further ado, let's begin reacting to his video. Can you guys see the screen? All right.
Some feelings and thoughts on the situation happening in Qatar, the current World Cup, that I perhaps didn't cover.
So what were you covering? Give me your overview of what you said about what's going on.
My overview was very simple. My overview was, if rainbow flags were the fashion of English people and we wore them all the time, I'm sure Qatar would let us in with the t-shirts. If nobody ever wears them in history and you show up at the arena with one, you are intentionally trying to provoke a culture into telling you to go home and change your t-shirts. You can paint you as the bad guy. And I believe that they should crack some skulls. That was the gist of what I said.
My point is that, okay, you have a different culture, you can do whatever you feel like you can. Okay, the main thing that I have noticed so far in the Western world, that is, you can kiss your partner or have intimate relationship in outside in the car or something like that. You can kiss your partner in front of a restaurant or in a public place, okay? But in Qatar you don't do it. Their culture is different, so you have to respect that culture. Why the hell are you just so provoked by that? Like, oh, I cannot kiss in public, so I'm gonna riot against the government. No, they don't do it in general. I mean, their people don't like that kind of behavior from other people, so why the hell are you doing this? And also they do not talk about heterosexual stuff. They do not talk about homosexual stuff. They do not talk about that stuff in public sphere. So why the hell are you guys doing it? And that's what is my question. Like, you do not respect their culture. They do not talk about intimate relationship, sex, kissing or anything like that in public place. And some people here in the Western world who went there and they're just criticizing, oh, they don't accept LGBT, they don't do it, they don't. You do not talk about this kind of stuff in public. If you are gay, if you are going with your partner, you are like, you are able to have intimate relationship with your partner in private, and that's what happens to heterosexual partner as well. Like, you can do it in private, but you are not able to do it in public. Their culture is different. Go there and respect that culture. Why the hell are you just so upset about their culture? Like, hey, maintain your privacy, bruh. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? That's what is mind-boggling to me. Like, why? This is some kind of a ridiculous thing. This is Western hypocrisy just getting inside the World Cup. Like, you never like wear LGBT band before, like in so many World Cup. Right now, you went to a Muslim country and you are telling them you gotta do this, you gotta follow our way of life. Why? Like, you are gonna enforce your Christianity on them? Is that what you were saying? But right now I'm not talking about conservative Christianity. A lot of Christian are like loosely connected to their faith, so they're like, hey, we are so accepting of that, so why the hell you don't accept LGBTQ or sex in public or kissing in public in Qatar? Like, what the hell are you trying to say? Like, this is some kind of hypocrisy that I didn't expect from Western countries, but they're doing it in this World Cup. Like, they're so like upset. And look at the Qatari people, they're still investing into your economy. UK, for example, UK will collapse if the Muslim population takes out their money, and you are just targeting them right now. Oh, Muslim are this, Muslim are that. Like they, like in Muslim population in general, they do not like to talk about heterosexual material or homosexual or anything like that in public, or even kissing in public. Like they do not like to talk about that stuff in public. So why the hell are you just trying to say, hey, I wanna portray that, okay, I'm having sex with another man, or a girl is having sex with a man. Like they do not talk about this stuff. Like why the hell are you just talking about this stuff in the stadium? Like their culture is different. They say that your privacy should be maintained. Now by law you cannot get married as a LGBT in the country, but that's a law that they haven't like introduced yet. Like they do not define people as like other group or minority. They do not define people like, oh, they're the minority, we are gonna take advantage of that. They don't do it. They do not even, like, you can just make fun of them and they're fine with it. Like you were provoking them in the World Cup, you were wearing that, like these are very provocative stuff that you are doing over there, and they're not doing anything at all. Like they're not, like, how many rumors were there, like if you are wearing LGBT band, if they doubt you, they're gonna kill you. But still they haven't killed anybody, they haven't got rid of anybody in the World Cup, and still you are just being like, what kind of thing is that? There are certain cases where people die. Like it can happen in the Western world. It is very frequent, it's very common here. Like a LGBT or a normal guy dies every day, drunk driving every day. Like what are you trying to make here? Like one LGBTQ, somebody doubted that. Like this one incident that are being mentioned hundreds of thousands of times, that is, oh, one gay guy died due to suspicion or something like that. Like this one incident that you are mentioning, in the Western world there are thousands of, I mean hundreds of gays are dying every year, and you're not talking about that. But you were so upset that one gay died in Qatar. I'm not saying that, I'm not trying to like say that, okay, this should be acceptable. No, we shouldn't be accepting anything like that. But you guys are a hypocrite for saying that they're doing the bad thing, but you guys are doing the right thing. But here also people are dying, so you are not even taking something into account, like, okay, here we have also problems, so we have to fix the problem in our country first, then we go to other country. But no, you want to fix the problem over there. One people die, okay, some people will say 6,000 migrant worker died. How many people died in Iraq war? Okay, hundreds of thousands of people, innocent people died, and these are published, like these are public material right now. Innocent people died. Who killed it? And we do not condemn USA for that. We do not condemn Western world in general. And you were talking about them. Did the Qatari people kill hundreds of thousands of people, innocent people? No. Compared to that, the Western world, like, we should be hating them, right? But no, it's a problem that we have to fix it. Like, why the hell are you just blaming one government for something that happened by accident or something like that? No, it didn't happen by accident. They have pre-planned. Like, what kind of conjecture is that? Like, what kind of thing you were trying to make it? Like, you were, oh, I'm just connecting the dot. These are like, all of these are not evidence based. Like all these points that you guys are making, like you just want to like downplay Qatar. They have invested into your economy, and that's why you are thriving. UK economy collapsed several times, and still they're supporting you regardless of your economic disaster. Anyway, let's
Being a
get back to
generic
the
football
real
fan,
big.
just a guy who likes football. Yeah, just bring it in.
Come in.
Imagine being a generic football fan, just a guy who likes football. You don't give a shit about any of these political statements, any of this garbage, and now all of a sudden you're, by just watching the football games and supporting football, you're on the side of mass.
Like, enjoy the football game. Like, what is your problem? Like, you have to show that, hey, I have sex with another man. You have to show that I'm a woman and I'm having sex with another woman. Like, do you have to show that? Like, these are not very public stuff. Like, they do not talk about heterosexual material in public sphere, and you are gonna talk about homosexual material in public. What? And they didn't say that like you can do in private. They said it that you can have intimate relationship if you are a guy with another guy in public, private, sorry, in private, but you cannot have it in public. That's what they said. But they're doing it. They're so human right abusive continent that we can't even stand for it, and it's still you are going there and watching the football game. What the hell?
I know who you are. What are they doing? Mass degeneracy? Like, it's insanity. Can't you just like football now?
Or can't you just, have sex with who you want in your house without having to show everyone in the World Cup?
Bro, you're lucky I'm not Mr. Producer, because I saw some English TV show. There was an English TV show. Thanks. There's an English TV show. Just leave it, bro. Thanks.
I mean, if you wanna promote your LGBT, you have the university. All the university are promoting LGBTQ plus whatever that is, and that's not enough for you. And now you are going to another country and you are telling them, oh, you guys are human right abuser, and you guys are doing this and you guys are doing that. Like, I'm not against LGBT at all, but what the propaganda is, like what kind of propaganda is going on, it's kind of unacceptable. Like, they're telling you that, hey, do not talk about heterosexual, do not talk about homosexual, do not talk about any kind of sexual stuff or kissing or anything that I mean in public. They do not allow that kind of stuff, and you guys are still forcing them to have a conversation in public. No, they care about their children. They do not want their children to be degenerate. That's why they do not talk about it. My parents, like, I grew up in a Muslim country, Bangladesh. Predominantly Muslim people are living there, and they do not talk about their sex life in public or even in front of us. And they do not, I mean, I never saw my father kissing my mother in front of us. So that's what they're taught to do in their country. And you guys are doing some BS like, oh no, you have to change your culture, you guys have to kiss in public, you guys have to have sex in public. Like, what? This is some kind of a degenerate philosophy that you guys got. I mean, this is kind of like they start like when you show your children that, hey, that's how I kiss your mother, then the children will learn, and then when they're 10 or 12, they're gonna lose their virginity because you were talking in public. And in our culture, most of them don't even know like what is sex. Around like 14, 15, 16, they don't know. Like when they're 17, 18 or 19, they started to learn something like, okay, oh, this is what is sex, this is what is like how you have an intimate relationship with a girl. So yeah,
TV show. And
now obviously some of them are like there are a lot of things that I'm not talking about, but yeah, you guys got it right.
Football pundits. I don't know. It's BBC Two or something. There's a full 3 minutes singing and dancing. Just saying.
I mean, my question is that what has to be done in order to promote your LGBTQ? You are gonna use football? Like what? It's a game that you guys wanna enjoy. You are not going to learn like, oh, LGBTQ plus this and that. Like, this has nothing to do with LGBTQ plus or the football. Like, they're not connected. When you have a connected material, but this is something that is unacceptable. Like, why the hell are you just promoting something that is not even connected to the material at all? Oh, gender is like men are playing on the field and you are interested in other gender, not gay men. I mean, is there any gay men who are playing in the World Cup? I don't even know like how to use that term properly, but yeah, it's really funny right now.
Important is to
Like I don't even know like what has to do with the football World Cup.
rainbow armbands. Why? I don't get it. Why can't people just play football? Why do they have to mix in this agenda with everything?
Yeah, I don't
It's like the
understand.
West has no culture besides that. It's the last piece of culture, the pride flag. And I don't give a shit if people are gay. I don't care. You can be as gay as you want. But why do you have to not? Why don't you go to another country and make sure that they understand how important it is that you believe that that's an important thing? Like,
Well, interestingly enough, Andrew, in the argument of love is love and we should celebrate and make legal all types of love, if you are from Qatar and you are a Muslim and you live in England, you cannot legally marry 3 or 4 women. Polygamy is against the law in England. So if we were to hold the World Cup in England, could the Qatari players have their pro-polygamy, pro-multi-wife armbands on? But
My God, your argument is falling into the garbage bin right now. Because if love is love, then why the hell are you not accepting Muslim people bringing their wives into England or in the Western world? No, you're not gonna allow it because that's your law. But you guys are desperate enough to change their law. Like, you guys have to change your law. You guys have to have some kind of a law that will allow you to have sex, kissing in public. Like, what kind of degenerate idea is that? Like, they do not even talk about heterosexual material. They do not, like, the parents, like the children never saw their parents kissing each other in front of them. So it's very private. Like, they maintain the privacy, okay, and you can't respect their culture for it.
I don't think they would.
What a rubbish.
I don't think
Because
they would.
no, because they don't want to push their culture on other people. They're just happy being who they are, and I think that that's what every culture should do.
Yeah, because it's absolutely not utterly arrogant to
That's a great point.
your worldviews are somehow shared by every other nation on earth. It's actually amazing that the West pretends to be moral and has any kind of moral high ground. If you look at the track records of the West, whether it's starting wars or look at some of the ideas the Matrix is purporting
I
now.
did say this yesterday.
Yeah, there's Matrix. I mean, the ideas that the
All right. So yeah, you guys got the idea. Like, he made some great point right over there. So it's very interesting to learn something like that. So yeah, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, share this video with your friends and family. And subscribe means a lot to me, guys. And I'm really thankful for you, whoever subscribed to this channel. So thanks a lot. And